Town of St. John Planning Commission study session for June 5th, 2024. Start by inviting all those that are able to rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can we get the roll call, please?
Joe Gomez-Tegel.
Here.
Pete Pladeris is currently absent. John Gill will be absent. Bob Valoy is currently absent. Russ Vogel.
Present.
Justin Nestor.
Present.
Colin Emchway.
Here.
Attorney Adam Decker.
Here.
Engineer John Dykstra.
Here.
Town Manager Bill Minnesopoulos.
Here.
Building and Planning Administrator Ashley Abernathy is present.
All right, we have a quorum. Agenda item number 4, old and new business. Item A, 2024-06 Franciscan Alliance, proposed preliminary plat of Franciscan Health St. John Medical Center, located east side of Highway US 41, approximately 975 feet south, the intersection of 101st Place and US Highway 41. I don't.
So they're not here. If John wants to jump in.
Yeah, we had, well, that's really long. We issued a satisfactory letter on 5/24, and we had a follow-up meeting with their team on May 30th, kind of going over a few final things and what's outstanding, and or is there anything outstanding? And so it reached a point where we were comfortable saying it was satisfactory to recommend it to you. There's a few what are called conditional items. These are not like the standard conditional. These are items that have dates on them that are later, such as they're supposed to provide engineer's estimate of probable cost, but before they start construction. Sometimes they don't have file numbers for that, but so they know about these, NDOT approval to work in there right away. So until you have that, you just wouldn't work in there right away. Like making the sanitary connection boring under the street, you would withhold that until they had a letter for that. And as soon as they have these things, they should submit it to everybody, to town and to us. So that's really where it's at. So
You're satisfied from the engineering perspective
Yes.
at this point?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they come back in 2 weeks.
They'll be at the next
The continued-
at the next meeting. Yes.
Yeah, it's that continued public hearing. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Any questions, comments? Going once? Thank you, John.
Mhm.
Item B, 2024-07 The Grove, proposed rezone to PUD at 8408 West 101st Avenue, Olthoff.
All right, good evening, Kevin Pasco, Olthoff Homes, 8051 Wicker Avenue, St. John, Indiana. I'm here tonight for our 6th PUD rezone study session for The Grove. Previously, we were at the May 15th meeting for our public hearing where we received a deferral due to the unknown status of the well site test results. In regards to that, Peerless did finally finish their report on that and sent it to Bob, who then forwarded that to us last week. In reviewing the report, it did appear that the results came back with promising news about viability of a new well site in this location, with many of the aspects and the findings mirroring or being comparable to wells 8 and 9 in the gates. And I was going to turn things over to Bob to expand upon that, but obviously he's not present, so I don't know if you can add anything.
So we're going to get some cost estimates going by the end of the week. Bob did give me a brief recap of basically what Kevin had, but I'll have a detailed report before the end of the week.
Okay. And then, have there been any changes to the plan itself, or we're just talking about the well at this point?
Pretty much just the well. I mean, that seemed to be at least a reason that was given for the deferral at the May 15th meeting, so we're glad that we finally got the results on that, and we'll look forward to those estimates when they come in.
And, I mean, we'll still be open for the public hearing in 2 weeks, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. Because we got blistered up here for 4 hours last time. Not just you.
Right.
But I've taken a couple weeks to think about a lot of what that packed room said when we were here till 11 o'clock that night, about density and things like that, and number of PUDs. So just want to keep that in mind as well when we come back in 2 weeks, that we may have the same crowd here, though, too.
Right.
I want you to, be ready to address those concerns for everybody. Okay? Questions, comments, anyone?
Were there any changes to your architectural specs in terms of like siding, anything like that?
Everything that we presented at the May 15th meeting is still what we're sticking with at this point. Yeah, there's nothing new to
Okay.
report on that end.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we'll see you in 2 weeks, thanks.
Okay.
Item C, 2024-08, to preserve Phase 7 acceptance of 2-year maintenance bond in the amount of $111,589.50, part of the 29 single-family lots and 2 outlots at White Oak Avenue zoned RC1 PUD. The preserve, Schilling?
So the developer has submitted a letter of credit that has been checked off and verified by Mr. Dykstra as being sufficient. The request is that in 2 weeks that we accept the 2-year maintenance bond and send it over to town council for acceptance with the town.
Okay. Questions, comments? You have anything, John? No.
The site was cleared through inspection, and the maintenance bond was accurate to the number given to the developer, and so we have a letter for you in 2 weeks.
Okay.
It's already been issued.
Yeah, so we'll just take action on it in 2 weeks. Okay. Works for me. Next, item D, 2024-13 Community Foundation Edition, proposed site plan amendment to add 36 parking spaces to the northeast corner of the existing parking lot at 9660 US Route 41, St. John, Indiana, Munster Medical Research Foundation.
Hello.
Hi.
Ryan Torringa with Torringa Engineering.
Hi, Ryan, can I just, I don't want to cut you
I'm
off.
sorry, I
No,
thought
no,
you
no,
were
no, I
done.
just wanted you to say who you are, and that's fine. I just need to let everybody know that I now have, in my private practice as a lawyer, I now represent Community Healthcare Foundation. So as far as any official action goes, I'll be abstaining from that, but you're free to ask questions and do what you need to. But, so please go ahead. I just need everybody to know that. We're not taking any action tonight, but it'll come up in 2 weeks, so that's why I'm putting it out there.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Ryan. Go ahead.
Yeah, the project is just an expansion to the existing parking lot. I believe we're adding 33 new spots overall, taking away some of the original and expanding to create 33 more. There were modifications proposed for the detention pond in order to accept the increased runoff from the expanded parking lot. We received the satisfactory letter from John on June 5th with no other comments. That's about it. It's a pretty simple job, just looking to expand the parking lot, get some more spaces.
Okay. Questions, comments? John, you're happy?
Yes. Yeah, I had a few comments in the first review. They corrected those and resubmitted, and it was good, and I issued the letter this morning.
Okay. Very good. See you in 2 weeks.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you. Item E, 2024-14 Castle Rock Phase 1A, proposed preliminary plat of Castle Rock Phase 1A for 5 lots on the north and east side of Manor House Drive, located at Manor House Drive at 85th Place in the existing Castle Rock subdivision zoned R2. Andy James, property owner. Ms. Reddick?
Good evening, Doug Reddick with DVG, representing Andy James. As we've discussed at previous study sessions, and we were here 3 weeks ago for the Plan Commission meeting where we asked for permission to advertise, so we were granted permission to advertise, so that's what we've been working on. Newspaper ads are done, signs posted, certified letters have gone out. John is reviewing things right now as far as engineering goes. He may have comments about that, but we are on track for public hearing
In 2 weeks.
in 2 weeks.
You're working on it?
It's under review. I've gotten some input from town staff on water and sewer, and that was clear. We got a drainage report yesterday or day before, something like that. So it's under review. I got surveyor comments back, so I'll be compiling a letter probably by next week, early next week, yeah.
Again, it's an existing street, a lot of the utilities are in, so just basically handling stormwater.
Yeah, I did have a meeting with DVG to go over the drainage situation out there, and it was explained to me. I had a few questions, and they probably compiled that in this report that I just got, so.
And that's exactly what we did.
Okay. We're all playing nice together, I like it. All right, questions, comments, anyone? Nope. We will see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Item F, Scooters Coffee, conceptual site plan layout and design for a new coffee shop to be located at 8455 Wicker Avenue, St. John, Indiana, zoned C2 and US 41 overlay district. Gert and Grind LLC applicant and DVG again.
Again, Doug Reddick with DVG. James Huss from my office is typically handling this project. He had to go to another meeting tonight, so he asked me to fill in since I was going to be here anyway. What he asked me to really talk about is the architectural materials for this building. We're going to be doing site plan approval here pretty soon. We've already been to the BZA, got the necessary variances. It's kind of an unusual project because the building is rather small. So we had to get variances because it's in the overlay district. But what we want to show you is what they intend to use on the facade of the building. Your ordinance says we need, 3 different materials, minimum. And what they're going to be using here is architectural precast panels, which is that darker black, I guess, or gray. And then there's a limestone, I forget exactly what they call it, but a limestone is a larger looking brick pattern, and then, of course, glass. So what we're here tonight really is just to get your feedback on the building materials to make sure when we come in for site plan approval, we don't have any hurdles that we are not aware of. They don't typically build them like this. This is, I think John would say it's kind of fancied up a little bit compared to what they typically do, but again, it's all to meet your overlay district requirements.
Where's this property at?
This is
Sandwiched in between,
just south of the car wash, north of the gas station. It's kind of a small lot. We do have a site plan. If Ashley could put that up there. Of course, I have one with me as well.
I was here for the tail end of the BZA meeting when you guys got the variances, so I heard some of that as far as signage and things go too.
Yeah, so, again, the building is quite small, and then, but of course, we have to accommodate a lot of cars for drive-through and so forth, so a lot of it is stacking, very minimal parking, because you can't even walk in, it's only drive-up, so parking is really employee parking, because there is no walk-in service. Large patio area behind the building, but again, we have to accommodate basically heavy drive-through parking, or flow-through. So signage was all taken care of, setbacks, building size, there's quite a few variances that we've already gone through all that. Yeah.
This is where it's located at on Lake County GIS. So here's your Myers Addition Unit 3, also known as Dancing Waters?
Dancing Waters, yeah.
Dancing Waters.
Anybody have questions, comments?
No problem.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
thank you. That's all for old and new business. Item 5, adjournment. Motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Motion, we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?